What's up, dude? What's up?
What's up, Sam?
Not much. Um, should we get started?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, welcome to StainCAST episode 6.
Yes, this is episode 6. If you're wondering where episode 5 is, that requires a premium subscription.
Yeah, there's some topics and things that were said that probably weren't YouTube appropriate, so I figured, for our avid listeners, anyone who wants to hear that kind of racy stuff, just email me or Trav. My email is samuelsmith126@gmail.com. Pretty easy. Pretty easy to spell. So,
And mine is travisgeet@gmail.com.
so yeah, just let us know if you'd like to hear it. But I guess it wasn't all too topical if you don't know us, and also I'm afraid it would have gotten taken down by YouTube. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. So did you listen to that?
I still haven't gotten a chance yet.
Okay, yeah. I sent you the link, but
Yeah.
let's get right into it. And well, the first thing I wanted to talk about was, well, actually, dude, I got two stories for you. I got a fake one and a real one. Which one?
And I
would you
gotta
like?
figure out which one's real.
Well, no, which one would you like to hear first?
I feel like a bit of mystery here would do some good.
Okay, so I'll tell you right now. This is the fake one.
Oh, okay. It's gonna guess, man.
So 2 days ago, I went running and I slipped and I hurt my leg. And then the real one is I went outside today and I saw a 50-foot turkey and I wrestled with it and kicked its ass, and I'm eating it tonight. That's the real one.
Okay.
Just being dumb. I had a lot of caffeine before this, so I'm feeling a little squirrely.
Damn, I was all prepped with the caffeine last night because if I were gonna do it, but then the plans changed.
Yeah.
I finally had the Wumpa fruit flavored G Fuel.
Dude, I'm drinking that right now. That's funny. What'd you think about it?
I liked it. It kind of gave me an apple-ish vibe.
I think it's apple mango.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either apple mango or golden apple pear.
Okay. Yeah, I might like it better than the peach rings.
Yeah, I don't know. It grows on me. Because at first I was like, well, not a huge apple fan, but...
But that mango.
The mango, yeah. I love mango, so...
Mango's so good.
It's a really good flavor. I don't know. I'm not much of like an energy drink kind of guy, but like they have some like unique flavors that I really like. Like I like the peach rings almost taste exactly like peach ring candy, which is crazy.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's impressive that they were able to do that. And I ordered confetti cake, which is like this powder stuff they have. It tastes like birthday cake. Like you just mix it in water.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, that is super weird.
Yeah, man. So I guess do you have anything, any like housekeeping for the podcast or anything you want to say?
Housekeeping. I didn't realize we had to vacuum the podcast at all.
Yeah, it's looking kind of dirty.
Yeah. Guess I better get vacuuming then.
I wanted to talk about Joe Rogan and Neil Young.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I think that it's a good way to rein in the podcast for today.
Yeah, we actually brought them on the show for tonight.
Yeah, well, we're inviting them. We're inviting to host either one of them or both of them if they want to talk things out or actually fight. We'll do it live. I mean, I mean, come to my house in Baraboo, and I'll set up a ring for you guys.
Neil Young probably won't be listening. He's done with Spotify. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
true.
that's right. This is YouTube though.
This is YouTube, yeah, and he's switched to YouTube Music, which doesn't make sense because there's a whole lot of other quote unquote problematic people on YouTube Music. Like, there's pedophiles and like, I mean, if you really are so adamant about social justice, then you probably need to deplatform yourself from every major platform, because they've got,
Yeah.
YouTube like,
is,
first of all, Rogan's on YouTube, so
yeah. And I feel like YouTube's got more of those kind of people where, cause like there's less restrictions on YouTube. It's a lot easier to post content on there.
yeah. YouTube is a little more left than Spotify,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, the thing I don't get is like, wasn't Neil Young like back in the day? Like, I haven't really listened to most of his music, but the vibe I got from him was he used to be like kind of anti-authoritarian, like a rebel kind of.
I feel like that's with all music artists at some point.
Yeah, but he was like, kind of fighting against the system.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, keep on rocking in the free world, isn't that some?
Okay, yeah, that one for sure.
And like that's his whole shtick, right? But like, I hate to break it to you, Neil, but like, vaccine mandates and like censorship is pretty authoritarian. So
yeah, no longer free world that you're rocking in when you're forcing that upon people.
Mm-hmm. I also really don't like how most mainstream media handled it by saying that Spotify kicked him off.
Yeah.
Like, he left of his own volition.
Like, in fact, him leaving kind of forced Spotify to like remove his content because he personally didn't want his content on there. They kind of left that out of the main headline.
And okay, so this is gonna get kind of dicey here, but the ivermectin thing, do you know what that is? Like,
no.
Like, Joe Rogan was like saying, well, it's like a horse dewormer, ivermectin.
Okay.
And it's one of its uses. And Rogan was saying he used that to like help against COVID, which it's like, okay. So then people went out and bought horse dewormer and got real sick because they took too much of it. But like,
yeah.
The thing is, ivermectin is prescribed to people in other countries. And there have been like, I think it was Portugal or Peru, actually like did a study and it did help with COVID.
Okay. It's just that people are overdosing on it.
Well, people are buying it from, like, if you're gonna take it with a doctor's advice.
Yeah.
Like, people were buying it from like veterinarian stores, and that's not like, I don't know if it's the same medical compound as like ivermectin for humans.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really like look it up too much, but I did see that there was a study and like they have proven that it helps with COVID. And these people that are saying like, oh, misinformation, they don't realize that like the CDC, it's like, I don't know. It's all part of the political regime.
Yeah.
They say trust the science, but the science, quote unquote, is whatever is convenient to their political regime.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when Kamala was saying don't trust Trump's vaccine while it was under Trump because he rushed it.
Yeah, but now that's under her.
Yeah, now that it's under her.
Take it.
Yeah, now that it's under her, if you don't take the vaccine, you're
a menace to society.
Yeah, you're a menace. Yeah, exactly. So, I hate to say it, I hate to get political, but these people are being hypocrites. Like,
oh yeah. I think that's part of human nature, though, to be a hypocrite. I myself, I try not to be a hypocrite, but there's even times out there where I definitely am one, and you just gotta admit it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hate hypocrites, and I'm the biggest one I know. I'm a huge hypocrite. Like the stuff I say and the stuff I do, there's a very large discrepancy between the two. And but at least I want to get better, and at least I acknowledge that I am a hypocrite.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, with media nowadays and politics, it's like, if you don't completely align with these people, you are labeled a Nazi, a fascist. Like I'm not a fan of Rogan either. Like, I mean, I don't hate Rogan. The thing is, I've listened to maybe two of Rogan's podcasts, and you know, he's an okay guy. I'm not a huge fan of him, but
I hate to say it, but I tried to listen to one of his podcasts and I fell asleep about like the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, they're too long for me too. I mean,
yeah, like 3 hours, like that's too much. I might as well watch Lord of the Rings at that point.
True, but he's got over like 200 million people who avidly listen to him. Like you can't.
Oh yeah.
Like people are saying, "Oh, he's stupid," and you know he sucks at podcasts. It's like.
And that gives him publicity.
Yeah, it gives him publicity, first of all. Well, that's another thing I wanted to say is, like, Neil Young, he might just be doing this because he's kind of fallen off, because no one listens to him.
Oh, and this would get his name out there. Like, to be honest, I haven't heard the name Neil Young in a very long time.
Yeah. He put out a song about COVID, like, a year ago, saying, like, oh, shut it down, like, shut down the country and everyone should wear masks and stuff like that. And
well, that song got no traction then because I never heard of it.
The only thing I heard was that people were making fun of it. That's all I'd heard of it, you know. And it was a shitty song. I listened to it. I don't really like much of his music.
Yeah, I only like a couple of his songs.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but to the majority of people, Neil Young, you look like an idiot. Like, there's just no way Spotify is going to choose to take Rogan off over you.
Yeah.
And, you know, this isn't a political podcast. I might give some of my political opinions, but I'm open to, like, opposition. But one thing I do want to say is this podcast, at least half of it, which is my half, I'm a free speech absolutist. I think that you should be able to say whatever you want, and you can't really shelter people from things because they're going to hear it regardless.
And I say that there should be no free speech. Stop talking, Sam.
And this is where the podcast breaks apart. This is where the schism starts.
This is our falling out.
Yeah, this is our last episode. Also, in the realm of free speech, Joe Biden. You hear the latest kind of news about Joe Biden?
It's not about what's his name, Corn Man, is it?
Corn Man? Oh,
yeah.
Corn Pop?
Or
No,
Corn Pop.
No. It's not about Corn Pop. So, at one of his press conferences, which, by the way, they kick most of the reporters out and like only allow them to ask certain questions because Biden's obviously
not competent to answer any questions.
Yeah, he's got dementia. That might be another point of contention for this podcast. Some people might not like hearing it, but it's what I think.
Hey, it's all about free speech, so we should be allowed to say what we want. Doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings.
Yep, true. We don't really care. I mean, sorry if I hurt your feelings, but this reporter asked him about inflation. I forget what the question was verbatim, but he asked him something about inflation, and Joe Biden just called him a stupid son of a bitch. Like, that's what he said. He said, "What a stupid son of a bitch." It's like, how are people still... Okay, first of all, if Trump did that, people would be holding a candlelight vigil. Like,
there would be torches in front of the White House.
Yeah. People would...
And pitchforks.
Yeah. This has gotten, like, barely any media coverage. But just what is going on? Like, really, like, I don't think I've
so confused.
Well, I've talked to barely anyone who's happy with Biden.
No.
Everyone I talk to Biden about, they're either like, he is awful, or at least he's not Trump.
Yeah.
Which should not be an argument. Like,
so these are our candidates then. This is the best that America could muster for an election. Is these two people that are just hated by everyone nowadays.
And I mean, the people who say he's better than Trump are the people who thought Trump was the lowest of the low. And if that's your bar for our president, then you should be more upset than you are.
Yeah, like, why don't we get any other better candidates out there?
Because it's two sides of the same coin, my friend. In my opinion, it's controlled opposition. The Republicans want you to hate the Democrats, and the Democrats want you to hate the Republicans,
and
because that's how they stay in power.
Yeah.
Like, if we had any unity within the lower and the middle class, neither of these two groups of people would be in power, because they screw over the lower and the middle class. Like, when has it gotten better for people like you or I?
Because of the government, you mean?
Yeah, when have they made it better for us?
Not much, really. Like, it's been a very long time, I think.
Like, look at... Like, the COVID stimulus. Look at how little money we got. And then they sent fucking... In that same bill, they sent, like, $4 billion to Egypt.
Yeah.
It's... I don't know. Let's switch topics to something more funny, because I'm getting angry now.
Yeah, I might be wrong about this, but I think the last time someone genuinely helped, like, those lower classes was when FDR was in office, right?
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like,
with what was his plan called?
The New Deal?
Yeah, the New Deal.
Yeah. It is.
Like, I can't think of any other thing that was proposed by the government that actually helped out these classes.
Listen, I've said it once, I'll say it again. If they really cared about us, they wouldn't have put fluoride in our water.
Yeah.
Because, okay, you want to know, here's my knowledge about fluoride, right? So we had a bunch of it left over from military and other escapades. And then one of the dentists, like, did this study and found that it was like, it helped preserve our teeth, right?
That's a 1 out of 10 dentist.
Yeah, it is. So they first introduced it into Grand Rapids, Michigan's water table, and then they just put it everywhere.
What the fuck?
There's fluoride in all, like, pretty much any water you find within the U.S. there's fluoride in. And it is not good for you. It might be good for your teeth, but I do not want...
Good. Dude, just because it's good for your teeth don't mean it's good to swallow.
Yeah. And another thing, very off topic, well, not really, but if any of our listeners decide to ever take a tab of LSD, do not drink tap water while you have that tab in your mouth, or like 30 minutes before, because if you know anything about the
molecule,
what?
It's because of fluoride in the water.
Yeah. If you know anything about chemistry and fluorine is a very, like, volatile molecule, and it, like, will it takes electrons from basically any other molecule, and it can rip apart other chemicals in chemical structures. So, and one of the things it can rip apart is LSD. So you'll still feel it. It just won't work as well.
Okay.
Just a little bit of knowledge.
That's some good knowledge there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to provide one actual helpful thing each episode, I guess.
Yeah, I've actually been told that white grapefruit juice is pretty good for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it changed the way your body metabolizes certain chemicals and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of citrus fruits do that to a certain extent. Like lemons can do that too. It has something to do with the acidity and the pH. Well, same thing of the citrus.
Yeah.
But that's enough about the politics and the science. Because to be honest, I'm done caring about both politics and science.
Yeah.
I'm done. I mean,
we don't need that shit.
Yeah. And it's funny, a lot of podcasts, at least in our generation, dude, like our younger generation, it's a lot of disaffected people who think it's stupid to care about anything. You ever get that from those influencers? Like they make fun of anyone who cares about anything. Like they pretty much show that it's cool not to care.
Huh. I haven't seen that stuff.
Oh, you've seen it. You for sure have seen it. You just maybe you're not picking up what I'm putting down, but like all those kids who like go to stores and throw shit around and like make fun of people who are like serious about things.
Huh. Guess I choose to block that out of my mind.
Well, but it's not stupid to care about things.
Yeah, no.
It is stupid to get upset to the point you won't be friends with someone who shares a different opinion than you.
Now that is stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm friends with a ton of people who share different opinions than me.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah. And we
don't
don't
let us get opinions in the way of your friendship.
Yeah. We don't even have the same opinions on everything.
No.
But it really, in the end, it doesn't matter as long as you can have fun.
Yeah.
So what have you done this weekend so far?
So this weekend I've been playing quite a bit of ice hockey out on the outdoor rinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun. I taught a friend of mine, Matt Carlson, how to stop properly. So that was pretty cool.
Cool.
That was a very rewarding experience.
Nice. Dude, I can't even really skate.
Oh, I might have to teach you how to stop one of these days.
Well, I would fall over. Like, I can barely even skate. Like, I've gone on dates with girls and ice skating dates, and, like, most of it's them, like, slowing down so that they can, like, stay with me because I can barely keep myself up.
Or laughing at you when you fall.
Yeah, they laugh at me when I fall, too.
Of course.
Yeah, I've been on a lot of bad dates, dude.
Those sound like the good dates. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, some of those have been good dates, but ice skating, it's like, it's pretty much a no-go for me.
Yeah.
Anymore. I'm just not good at it. Dude, I don't know why, but it reminded me of, I used to date, I dated this girl for like a year, from 8th to 9th grade. And it's probably the first, like, it was actually kind of a serious relationship back then, because we hung out a lot. But do you guys ever, when you ran cross country, did you run in middle school?
Yeah, not cross country, but I did 2 years of track in middle school.
Oh, okay. See, I ran both in middle school except my freshman year. And like 2 weeks before the school year started, we would have practice, and we'd practice with the high schoolers. And we would have this route. I mean, this girl, okay, so I'm going to tell you this story about this girl named Emily. And she lived like right by the school. She was friends with my girlfriend at the time that I was talking about, Brianna.
Okay.
We would go for a run every day during those 2 weeks before school at 8 a.m. We would have practice, and we would have like multiple different routes, but like usually a lot of the routes would go by her house, and it'd be like 8:30 by the time we passed her house, and I would just like ring her doorbell and slam on her door until her mom got up and came, and they probably were both asleep, and then I would like beg her mom to go get her, and then when she came out, I would just ask her for a high five, and I would be like, Emily, please give me a high five. I woke up early just to go run. I need one. She hated it so much.
Of course she did. You woke her up. Unnecessarily, too.
Yeah. I used to do that shit a lot. I fucked around with a lot of people back then.
Yeah.
I miss it, man.
Why not keep doing it?
I mean, I still do fuck around with people, but it's a lot harder once you're out of school.
That's true. You lose touch with so many people after school.
Yeah. And it's not like I can fuck around with my neighbors. Like, you don't want your neighbors to hate you and shit.
True. So fuck around with someone else's neighbors.
Yeah, true. I fuck around at Walmart a lot.
Oh, that's a fun place to fuck around.
Yeah. Like with that one girl when I was in the meat department.
I don't recall that story.
Well, like, we were both looking at the beef. I don't know why I was, because I wasn't planning on getting anything, but I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they ground Chuck. I don't, she like laughed, but she probably was just like nervous, like
just laughing to make it not awkward.
Yeah, she either thought I was awkward or psychotic or something, and like she needed to laugh. But I got her to laugh regardless. I think it still counts.
A laugh is a laugh.
A laugh is a laugh. But yeah, I got a lot of good stories from high school, and some in college too.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck around nearly as much in college though.
Yeah, I could tell from the stories.
Yeah.
You got a lot more high school stories.
I do. But that's because you've been in a lot of the college ones, so I don't need to tell you those.
Yeah, it's still fun to hear about the escapades.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of the college escapades you don't really need to know since we lived together.
I know.
Yeah, and that was the year I probably fucked around the most in college.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the next year, COVID fucked everything up. Otherwise, I would have fucked around a ton more.
Yeah. Damn, that sucked.
Yeah, fuck COVID.
Gave us less fuck around time.
I know. I'm gonna fuck around at my job with people though. I don't know.
Nice. Dude, we should go back to school just to fuck around, but not actually enroll in anything.
We should, yeah. I was thinking about it, like, and we should go to UMD and just sit in on some classes and fuck around.
Yes. Holy shit, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we'd
get a learning experience.
Yeah. Ask some questions like,
dude, what if we show up to the first day of class in the semester and like for some reason the teacher doesn't do any attendance and we just get paired up with different people in there and the next day, class, they expect us to be there as their lab partner, and we're just not there.
I mean, in like a lot of the bigger classes, they don't even do attendance.
Is that just our school where if you're not in class the first day, then you like,
It is absolutely just our school. Like, I mean, at UWSP, dude, I can't remember. I had one or two smaller classes that took attendance, but like other than that, like you had to be there for the midterm and the final.
dang. So you could have skipped the first day of school. You're over at UWSP.
Yeah, well, I skipped every class at UWSP except the classes I had to go to, and I had a 3.5.
Shit.
I mean, yeah, that was my problem at UWS is that like my attendance is such shit.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of grades that are based off of attendance for some reason.
But I do better learning on my own.
Yeah.
Like people forget I was homeschooled. Like that's how I learned how to learn, I guess. So
Yeah, that is true.
so like I don't do well in a class environment, and I can't sit still. I don't know if you've learned that.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
why you went
crazy.
to the bathroom like 4 times during Resident Evil?
That's just like that's just I have a problem with my bladder, man. I don't know what I need to get it checked out. Speaking of Resident Evil, once we both get better computers, we should do Resident Evil co-op, like
Yes,
for
and beat the
6
story.
or 5, I mean. What'd you say? Sorry.
And like beat the story.
Yeah, Resident Evil 5 you have co-op.
I think it'd be cool to play as Leon in Resident Evil 4 though.
Yeah, but you can't do co-op with that. And you can't see Chris punch the boulder in Resident Evil 5.
True.
But yeah, you need to play 4 for sure.
I need to. There's a lot of games on the list right now, Sam. Okay.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stuff I have to play too. I mean,
Yeah, we still have to do Populous, the beginning on multiplayer.
yeah, that's gonna be hard to figure out the router settings. That's one of those games that you have to fuck with your router
Yeah.
in order
Well, I
to
guess there's
play.
a community called Populous Resurrection, and it's pretty much a bunch of people just trying to keep the game alive. So maybe there's something there.
Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot on my plate, but I'll definitely look into it because I want to play it too. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing
Like
is,
the concept is just so good.
what? I'm sorry.
The concept of the game is just so good.
It's a unique concept for sure. It's a very novel game for anyone who hasn't played it. You should try it out. It's a good experience. It's a new experience, and not a lot of other games can capture it really.
True.
Have you ever heard of RimWorld?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's pretty fun. Like the premise is like you control this group of survivors that crash landed on this Earth, and you can pretty much like you build a base and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Like
Oh,
it's
so
one
it's
of
like
the-
Fortnite then.
What?
So it's like Fortnite then.
Yeah, it's exactly like Fortnite. No, it's one of those games you can put in like 5,000-6,000 hours, and it's still a new experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
5,000 to 6,000 hours. I haven't even gone past 200 hours for a game, I don't think.
Me either. I could never imagine doing that. Like, even like EU4, Europa Universalis 4.
Yeah, that's the one with you're in Europe and you could like marry your daughter to some king.
That's Crusader Kings 2. It's pretty
Oh.
much it's made by the same company, Paradox. It's like it's the same general system. They're just a little bit different. But yeah, pretty much. The tutorial for that game they say is like 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 hours before you understand what's going on. But
Yeah, just to understand.
I really can't see myself putting in that kind of time.
Yeah, it's more than you put in school.
Yeah, I never put in any time to school. I guess I did put in some time for my English classes and my philosophy classes because I actually enjoyed those.
Yeah.
People don't think of me as like a scholarly kid, and I'm not.
I wonder why.
I mean, yeah. Anyone listening, I'm not a scholar. I'm not an intellectual, but I guess I do have a
Oh,
path.
you're an intellectual.
I'm an intellectual.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're just not a scholar.
I don't know. I have a passion for certain things, and I guess literature and art is my main passion. And I guess when a class encompasses that, I will put in some effort. But like some of the classes I took, it's like, why the hell would I write this paper about? I can't even remember some of the papers I've written, but like it's liberal arts education. Like they make you take a bunch of classes
that you don't need.
Yeah, that you just don't need. But I digress. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had to. Oh yes. I was gonna talk about League of Legends for a minute.
Oh yes.
So you have never like properly played League of Legends.
I've never played League of Legends at all, Sam.
Good.
So not just properly, just not at all.
I've played like 3 games, and it is the worst game to get addicted to, I think. People are so toxic. So first of all, there's so many things you need to know, and they expect you to know it immediately when you jump into your first game.
Of course.
And okay, so I played these 3 games with my friend Andrew, and it wasn't even ranked, so it's like these games don't matter. But I played, and I was not doing well. Like, there's so many things you have to learn to do, and if you fuck up, like, your whole team loses pretty much.
Shit.
And I died, like, maybe, like, 10 or 11 times, and then I would just type in all chat that, oh, you guys suck. And people got so mad and reported me, but it's like, anyone who, like, these people need to touch grass. They get so upset over a game that doesn't matter.
Did you get banned?
I did not, actually, surprisingly.
Nice.
But I don't get it. Like, I could see how it would be addicting. Because this game, right, it's like, it's one of those games that, like, you can always get better at it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no skill ceiling, really.
Yeah.
And you can progressively get better at it, and it's just it seems like it would be fun, but everyone's so toxic. And like, first of all, there's like these spells that you pick at the start. They're called like summoner spells that everyone picks, and everyone picks from like 10 of them, and one of them you have to have is like, or people say you have to have, is flash. Like, if you don't start with this spell, people will just leave the game if they're on your team, because they'll say, oh, you're not trying, I'm going to report you.
What the fuck? Like, the spell there shouldn't be any spell that's so essential where you need it. There should be other play styles.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the game encourages you to play the most meta play style, and if you don't do that, the people on your team will just quit before you even start the game.
Damn.
One of the things I like about games, dude, is that, like, is the freedom to do different things in them.
Yeah.
And that's
things that don't matter like real life does.
Yeah, so you can, like, try different, like, tactics, and, like, you know, if you lose doing it, who cares?
Yeah.
And, like, this game seems like one of those games, but the people on your team will freak out if you try anything off meta.
Damn.
So it's just it's the stupidest community, and like you can tell all these people spend half their day playing it and the other half on Reddit.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Does Andrew spend a lot of time on Reddit?
Yeah, he does.
Oh
He,
man.
he doesn't like Redditors though. I mean, the thing about Andrew is like, yeah, he spends a lot of time on Reddit, which is fine, I guess. If you're not, like, I mean, I guess, yeah, I said like on the last episode that Reddit's for dorks, right? But like, it
Yeah.
really depends on what section of Reddit you're in.
What section is Andrew in?
Uh, Probably the ones that are a little bit better. He's not a complete dork.
Okay.
Like there's some sections that are just ridiculous. Like there's one subreddit called like cat loafs or something, and it's just cats sitting the way that they normally sit. Like you've seen how a cat sits, right? It kind of
Yeah.
it looks like their legs are gone,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Oh, look at this cat loaf," and
What?
people like upvote it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh," like they haven't seen it before.
Stupid.
That's ridiculous. I do you know that like people give each other awards on Reddit?
Dang, that's more high tech than Facebook.
Yeah, but they have to pay for rewards. It's like if you see a funny comment, chances are, which okay, first of all, the comments on most Reddit posts aren't even funny. They're just
Yeah.
stuff. They're just recycled jokes, but like people will give them certain awards that they have to pay for.
Pay to get the reward or give?
Give.
What's the point?
Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking.
If you give any awards in Reddit, you're stupid.
Yeah, you're a dork. Go touch grass. Oh man, you kill me, dude. You kill me. Well, have you like, do you go on Reddit at all or anything? Like,
I still barely touched it. There's just one thing I saw on Reddit and like I wanted to view it and then it forced me to download the app. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll download the app.
yeah,
And I haven't touched it since.
yeah, it's stupid how they make you download the app for everything these days.
Yeah.
But dude, I've been like, I guess I'm just curious on like what you look at on the internet.
Well, I was looking up the effects of white grapefruit juice, and that took me to a Reddit page.
Mm. So is that like what you normally look at, or like, I don't know. What do you do when you're on the internet? I know you're not on the internet like a whole ton, but like,
Let me look at my tabs right now. Once my phone turns on. Okay, here we go. Surface Pro 4 is struggling to turn on. I looked that up earlier because it was actually struggling to turn on a little bit before I hopped on here.
uh-oh,
Yeah, but like it's all good now.
that's good.
Milwaukee mask mandate. Neil Young leaves Spotify. Jew of Greed. Trap Hole. Cheers theme song. Athletic.net. You know, your basic tabs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I can't forget Wordle. I've been doing a little bit of that recently.
Wordle.
Yeah.
I've seen your dad post that, and I don't know what it is.
It's a game where you have to guess the word. You have like 6 guesses.
Oh, okay.
And like if you depending on what letters are guessed in each word, it tells you if it's in the word or not, or if it's in the wrong spot in the word.
Interesting. I feel like I'd be decent at that.
Yeah. So far it's pretty easy to get the word by the 6th attempt. Like I haven't failed any words yet.
Yeah. Have you been playing any games or anything?
Uh, Games. Not really. I've been watching more TV. There's this one really funny show that I'm watching right now. It's called Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
doesn't he
but-
like? He has like a daughter in it, right?
yeah, he has a daughter. He has an adopted Chinese daughter.
Yeah.
He's roommates with a sophisticated ghost
Yes, dude. Yes.
and a a human that got turned into a pigeon.
Holy shit! How have we not talked about this on the podcast yet?
I don't know. It's so wild though. Like the ideas in it.
I love the pigeon. The pigeon is so funny, so well written. in
So
it.
funny. Have you seen the episode where Snoop Dogg's in it?
I have not.
Oh my god, Snoop Dogg got his own team. It's called Snoop Dogg's Unsolved Situations. And he's got some boy as a son, and there's some very flamboyant gay dude that's on the team, and then there's a mountain lion.
Who pitched that idea? I want to know who pitched that idea.
The
Like
Mike Tyson show or
the Mike
the
Tyson
episode
show.
with Snoop Dogg?
The Mike Tyson show.
I don't know.
Was it on Cartoon Network?
It was on Adult Swim,
Oh,
and now it's on Hulu.
Oh yeah, it was on. Okay. Yeah, that's. I can't believe we haven't talked about that before because that's just like one of those things where you if someone just mentioned it to you, you would not believe them.
Yeah, like Mike Tyson got a show.
Yeah, and he has.
Not gonna lie, when I clicked on it, I was not thinking it was gonna be that at all. I thought it was gonna be like that one cartoon that came on. It was another mystery group, but it starred Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and Bo Jackson.
I am not familiar.
Like it was a kid-friendly show that's like shows these three all-star athletes as like role models. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like that, but with Mike Tyson, and a pigeon and a ghost.
Oh man,
Yeah,
cartoons are
that
so
show's
ridiculous.
hilarious. What was that?
I said cartoons are so ridiculous.
Yeah, like some of the ideas that are out there are just out there.
Yeah, I feel
You
like
can see it in the Mike Tyson show.
the early 2000s was when shit got super just obscure.
Oh yeah, that's when you had shows like the Mike Tyson Mystery Show. You had Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids, Ed, and Eddie. Holy fuck!
Ed, and Eddie was. It wasn't that ridiculous. It was just like they were always just trying to screw someone over so they could get money for jawbreakers.
Yeah,
So I loved Ed, and Eddie, but the premise isn't that ridiculous. There's some ridiculous parts in the show, like whenever that goat kid comes on.
yeah.
Rolf, I think is his name.
Rolf, it's Rolf.
Yeah. But I'm
Okay.
talking more like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
How about the Courage the Cowardly Dog? Like
Yeah.
that was spooky.
Every episode of that show felt like a fever dream to me.
I know, like the one with Birthday Flan that really fucked me as when I was younger.
Yeah. There's just some otherworldly, like it's an uncanny valley feel to that show. The lighting and I don't know if you'd call it cinematography because it's like a cartoon.
It's a cartoon, not live action.
Yeah, but like the way it's
The artwork.
yeah, the artwork, it gives you this feeling of like it gives you an alien feeling. Like
Yeah.
you feel like you're not. It feels like maybe a show that would be on some alien planet. That's so
Yeah.
yeah,
Like there's no way this is real.
yeah, yeah. It's like an ephemeral type feel. I love the show though. It's a great show, but it freaked me out.
Courage spooked me out too much when I was younger, but like at the same time it seemed to be the only thing that was on TV that was actually interesting, so I kept watching it.
I don't think it ever scared me that much. You know what did scare me when I was a kid? I think
Like I said, birthday flan episode just fucked me bad.
I don't remember that episode.
Oh, I should look it up sometime. It's really spooky.
I'll have to check it
Like
out.
the flan like ends up controlling the people's minds or something like that.
That
Or
is kind of freaky.
or the owner of the flan chain or whatever, he was using them to make all these people his loyal, mindless servants.
I don't think
I'm
it
like,
ever
I
like
don't want birthday flan now.
I don't think it ever like really freaked me out. I think when I was a lot younger though, there was this one episode of SpongeBob. It was like a Halloween episode that really scared me.
Or was it the one where SpongeBob's grinded down to his brain?
Yeah. Yeah, that one really bothered me.
Yeah, like it just wasn't right.
Yeah, it felt wrong. It felt freaky. It felt like one of those creepypasta
Yeah,
stories. Except it actually was on TV.
yeah. Can you believe SpongeBob was at first created for Adult Swim?
Really?
Yeah, it was a cartoon that was proposed for Adult Swim, and I think Adult Swim declined it, and then Nickelodeon picked it up, and then they had to make it more family friendly.
Well, they did a good job. Have you seen any recent episodes of SpongeBob, though, man?
No, I stopped after, like, I don't know what season it was, but like, it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what. I think they lost their chief writer or something, but it's just not good anymore. They should have ended it a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
I think they were planning on ending it. Do you remember when people were saying that and then everyone freaked out?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But they should have ended it because I watched an episode not too long ago and it was just like, it was like Zoomer humor. It was not funny. Like,
Shit.
it stinks. Like, and most, I mean, I don't really watch adult cartoons anymore, but most of them suck. Like, and most of the kid cartoons, like, one of my friends told me to watch an episode of Steven Universe, and I could not handle it. It was freaking awful.
Yeah, I feel like the adult cartoons, it's a bit hard for them to match what was in the early 2000s for adult cartoons.
Well, yeah, they can't.
They're trying to hit that level again. They just can't.
Well, they can't do any like really offensive humor anymore.
That too, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you remember, and I don't remember if I talked about this on the podcast or not, but that one episode of South Park where Cartman joins the Special Olympics and acts like he's retarded.
Yeah.
There's no way that could ever, there's no way they could ever do that nowadays.
Oh, how the times have changed.
I know, it's sad. I love offensive humor. Like, as long as it's not for the sake of being offensive, you know, when people are just
like it actually works in the story.
What?
Like it actually works in the story.
Yeah, if it's more nuanced, like being offensive for the sake of being offensive isn't funny to me.
Yeah.
It's just edgelord shit. but like when there's like a little bit of offensive like dialogue or like I don't know, something like that written in, it's hilarious. Like for instance, like it was done really well in Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
With Robert Downey Jr.
Like, as a black man.
Yeah, as a guy, he's playing a guy who's playing a guy in blackface. And then of course they had what was that guy's name? Al Pacino.
Al Pacino was not in the movie.
He wasn't in the movie, but the actual black guy who was with him was called Al Pacino. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Remember, because he had like that drink, Al Pacino's Booty Sweat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know the name of it. What?
And his Busta Nut.
Yeah, and his Busta Nut.
Didn't he end up turning out to be gay by the end of the movie?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was funny though when like Robert Downey Jr. said "we," and and the guy was like, "What do you mean we? You're Australian." That's a great movie. That's a good example of like offensive humor done right.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. We're never gonna get that again.
No,
It's
I'm still
sad.
waiting on Tropic Thunder too.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. It just would not happen. Like, I remember when people were freaking out about the blackface in it,
Yeah,
but they freak out about that, but they forget that, Justin Trudeau.
not sure if I'm familiar with the name.
He's the Prime Minister of Canada.
Okay.
In one of his like school plays, he did blackface, and the social justice people love him.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, they like anyone who's like going for their narrative now, they choose to gloss over any of their problematic history.
yeah. Well, they have to.
Yeah. Like Biden voted for segregation.
Yeah, wasn't there like a photo of him shaking hands with the Ku Klux Klan wizard?
Maybe, or like David Duke or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. I remember when he said, poor kids are just as talented as white kids. Like, wow. But then you'll have people saying, oh, it was his stutter. It was his stutter.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Wow. How convenient.
Yeah. You know, I think I got a bit of a stutter myself.
Yeah. You just start saying racial slurs. Oh, it was my it's my stutter. I didn't mean to say that. Can you imagine being what's the thing, Tourette's?
Parkinson's?
Parkinson's? What if you had both? That would be
Dude,
crazy.
shaky voice and shaky limbs.
Yeah.
You'd be like a tree in the wind.
Well, you know what Tourette's is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if you have
one disease.
what?
It's that one disease.
Yeah, where you like scream out slurs or like swear words and you can't help it. It's like a nervous tick.
Yeah, don't you have some Tourette's?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't help but sometimes scream out the N-word at random intervals.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
Like just the offensive words.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like I've never heard a Tourette's person like who screams out nice words.
Or like just objects like cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, they never say anything like, it's always just like cocksucker motherfucker or something like that, you know?
Maybe it's just insults.
Yeah, it's just insults and I don't get it. Like, how is that like, I'm sure there's someone with Tourette's who screams out like cheese, but like the majority just yell insults, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I feel really bad for them because it's got to be like one of the worst things to have ever, but it's a funny disease.
About same level as schizophrenia.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's like on the schizophrenia level. But I don't know, man. I thank God that I don't have it. Except for sometimes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go into certain places and just act like I have it.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a place where it'd be really funny to have Tourette's. Like, I think it'd be really funny to have Tourette's at the DMV.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, just waiting in the line, just just want to like update your license or something, and just hear this guy just screaming.
Yeah. You'd have to pick something really fun, like some really funny words to keep blurting out too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really funny if you went there for like a couple days and did that. See how long it took them to kick you out, and then say like, "Oh, you're being discriminative."
You're being discriminative to my disease.
Yeah, yeah. Which is,
And then just yell an offensive word at them.
yeah, intermittent Tourette's is what I have. You DMV fuck. That was, I don't.
Sucker.
Yeah. Everyone says you have to wait a really long time at the DMV, but like, I've never had that experience ever.
I can't say I ever really had to wait a long time. Probably because I went to a smaller town, DMV.
True. I mean, the one in Stevens Point isn't that small, the one I went to, and I had to wait probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. Like, the seats were uncomfortable, but that's like one of like, it's a big thing in comedy, right? Is like jokes about the DMV.
Yeah.
And how they take forever and they don't care.
Yeah.
Like in Zootopia, like they have that.
The sloth.
Yeah, they have that sloth at like the animal DMV or whatever. Dude, furries ruined Zootopia.
Really?
I think so, dude, because they like, after that happened, they made like a bunch of like sexual drawings of that rabbit.
Oh my god.
Did you go see that movie?
I still haven't seen it yet.
Really? It probably came out when you were like probably like 16, 17.
Yeah, I know when it came out. I just haven't gotten to watching it.
It's actually not a bad movie. And I like really don't like that kind of genre or those kinds of movies, but I thought it was okay.
Okay.
I had to go see it with my girlfriend at the time, and you know, I had a few laughs.
Yeah.
But it was like, you can tell that there's going to be a whole generation of furries just because of that movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, speaking of that, let's talk about anthropomorphic sexualization of icons.
Okay, you mean like of Sonic?
No, man, I mean like in the new what's Space Jam movie.
Oh, Lola Bunny.
Yeah, remember people were freaking out because they made her less hot?
Wait, really? They made her less hot?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, look up the changes. And there were a bunch of people complaining about it. And even this is even more topical recently. People are complaining about the Eminem redesign.
They redesigned Eminem?
They redesigned the Eminem characters too.
Eminem and the Eminem characters?
Yeah, both. The rapper and the candy.
Damn. How'd they change Eminem?
They made him black finally.
They use the same makeup as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, they just put him in blackface. Dude, I wonder what people would say if Eminem did blackface. I guarantee you there'd be some people that would defend him and be like, well, it's just a statement for him that he feels out of place in the rap game. You know, there'd be those people who like think they're an intellectual but don't make any sense.
He's just trying to fit in with the other rappers and
Dude. Eminem sucks. His old shit's good.
His old shit's good.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to any of his new stuff. Probably saved myself some trouble there.
So I'm looking at this M&M redesign now, and I don't understand why people are freaking out about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lola Bunny, I do notice it, but it's not really that bad.
Well, I don't get it. Like, what's the big deal? Oh, she's not sexy anymore. Like, motherfucker, she's a cartoon rabbit. Go find a real woman. Like, if you're that worried about it, and people are saying like it's a political statement, like, oh, it's the damn feminists. It's like, if you really think, you need to get laid if you think that. Like, I don't know what your issue is. And also, I'm looking at this M&M redesign that people are freaking out about, and I really just don't see the problem.
Let me see the M&M design.
People are saying, oh, they're doing it to be more woke and multicultural, but really,
How they become more woke or more cultural? They're already different colors.
I know, it's like they're M&Ms. Like,
there's even a black M&M. There's not a white M&M yet.
Yeah. First of all, great point. And second of all,
Thank you.
They're M&Ms. They don't have. That's their race is M&Ms. There aren't.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Okay, I'm having troubles finding this new design.
What?
I'm having troubles finding the new M&M design.
Really? Search M&M redesign. It doesn't look like any different to me, but people are saying, oh, they've gone woke. They're going multicultural. It's like,
what?
I don't think so at all. Like, I don't understand.
They look the same.
I understand that, like, people are tired of this woke shit. Because, like, I'm one of those people that, like, some of it, it's like, it feels shoehorned in. Some of the woke shit. But, like, if you're complaining about an M&M redesign, like, first of all, there's no African American M&M. There's no Caucasian M&M. They're all M&Ms. They don't.
I don't know. Do you see that one Chinese M&M?
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, there's an Asian M&M now. It's like, what the fuck?
There's also a Native American one in there.
Really?
Yeah, that red one over there.
That's. Okay, so what is the orange one then?
That's a very tan Simpsons character.
Okay, so the way I see it is like, okay, the peanut M&M, that's obviously he's Chinese.
Yeah.
The black M&M.
Well, that's a bit big for Chinese, I think. I'd go more Mongolian.
Yeah, he's Mongolian. All right, there we go.
Oh, the orange one's Vietnamese.
The orange one, okay, the orange one is the Vietnamese M&M.
Probably Viet Cong.
Yeah. The green one is obviously, she is Pacific Islander.
Oh, she's woman.
She's a woman. She's just a woman. And then there's the black one with glasses.
That one's the black one.
The glasses is the thing I don't get, because why do you put glasses on the M&M now? Like,
to account for the visually impaired. The next one they come out with is going to have hearing aids.
If I ever eat an M&M with glasses on it, I'm fucking suing Hershey's. Like, okay, because like aren't in the like little M&M ads, they're always like afraid of getting eaten, right?
Yeah.
So like you really shouldn't have one with glasses, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, because then I'm chewing on some glasses and it flashcards.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's the reason you're going with, right?
Yes, yeah. It just doesn't. It also, like, to put glasses on the black one, it's like,
That shows that the black M&M, the black people are visually impaired.
Yeah. Well, I think they want to make her look like a scholarly. I don't know. I don't know what they're
Oh, he
going
looks
with.
like a snob.
Yeah, she looks like a snob. First of all,
Pretentious.
I don't understand the redesign at all. I don't understand both sides. I don't understand why people say that they're going more woke. And because they look the same to me, first of all.
Yeah.
And also, I don't understand why they needed to redesign them at all.
Who does the blue one represent?
That's what I've been talking this whole time. I've been trying to
Literally,
think
you
of
just
that.
been thinking about the blue one.
Yeah, I just maybe he's an Inuit, dude.
He's a what?
He's an Inuit.
Does that make him the more woke one?
What?
Does that make him the more woke one?
No, he's just an Inuit, dude. He's like an Eskimo.
Ah, so an innuendo.
No, you know what an Inuit is, right?
Yeah, I know what an Inuit is.
Inuit.
You know, the Eskimos.
Yeah. So he's the one that like first. Okay, I think that's the pretzel M&M, right? Because they're all supposed to. Because the peanut M&M and then the brown one is like, well, the red one is the regular flavor, and then right or
Yeah, okay, so the confusing one about the pretzel M&Ms. Yes, it's a blue package, but it's got the orange M&M on it.
okay, so the orange one is the pretzel then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The blue packaging can be confusing, but it is orange.
Okay. And then one of them
Green
is
is mint.
What?
Green is mint.
Green's mint.
Yeah.
So then the brown must be the peanut butter one.
That's actually the red one.
The red one is the peanut butter one?
Yeah.
So then blue must be just regular M&Ms.
Now it's also red.
What the fuck?
Red's a bit of a narcissist, I know.
Yeah, red just takes all the flavors. Dude, are the different color M&Ms, do they taste different?
I'd say no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's been a really long time since I've had an M&M.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've even seen a bag of regular M&Ms. Like, I've only seen the other flavors, I feel like, nowadays.
Well, yeah, they're just better. I mean, with the exception, I don't like peanut M&Ms. I'd rather have regular M&Ms.
Yeah. But then those peanut butter M&Ms hit.
The peanut butter ones are really good. The pretzel ones are amazing.
Pretzels are amazing, especially in trail mix.
Oh, yeah. Like, they should just stop making regular and peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. I remember when my dad and I went hiking and did camping, we'd make our own trail mix. We'd buy the pretzel M&Ms. That was a must. And then we also got some dried tropical fruit for it. And then my mom, she would cook homemade granola.
Ooh.
And then we'd mix that all together. And that was our trail mix.
Hell yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that sounds good, dude. Damn.
I'm going to need me to get me some more of that homemade granola.
I feel like you can't find the pretzel M&Ms, though.
Really?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while. Maybe I haven't gone down the candy aisle in a while.
Yeah, it could be.
But I don't know. I'm not a big M&M guy anyways. They're not a good candy.
They're one of the better ones. For starters, it's chocolate, and they don't melt in your pocket.
That's true. But Reese's Pieces are even better.
Reese's peanut butter cups are even better than Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
There's not something that's better than M&Ms.
Let's talk about shitty candy for a second.
Shitty candy.
Like, there's
Like
some
Jolly
candy-
Ranchers.
What?
It's like Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers aren't great, but like I'll have them. But there's some
Okay.
types of candy where it's like, what the fuck? Why would anyone ever like this?
How about those ones that come in that pineapple-looking wrapping?
I think.
You know what I'm talking about?
So elaborate a little bit.
So, like, you always seem to find them in your grandma's house, but
Oh
Like
yes.
when you try to look for them in stores, they're just not there. So where do grandma get them?
Yeah, and they're always in those like cookie tins.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is with that? I,
I,
I don't
yeah.
understand it. Also, have you ever had candy buttons?
Maybe. Are they
Uh,
like Smarties?
kind of, but they just suck. There's
That's an
some.
understatement.
I mean, there's some candies that just taste like Alka-Seltzer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know why people would be eating Alka-Seltzer.
Also nickel nips. Why do they make that? Have you ever heard of those?
No.
Look them up. Like you might have seen one time.
Nickel.
They come in this weird wax bottle, and it's just like sugar water juice thing. I don't know.
Oh, those.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the hell are those? Those have to be like government subsidized or something, because I don't understand why anyone ever buys that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, and people talk shit about candy corn, which I like. Candy corn's good.
I like candy corn.
People are like, well, who's buying all the candy corn? Lots of people. Who is buying nickel nips is my question.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anyone that gets that.
Yeah, neither do I. But they show up. They're like in Baraboo, there are candy stores that have nickel nips in them.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
All right, so how about we talk about that one tangent we went on a little while back, and we're like, man, we should have been recording.
Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Now that's a story.
So what? Okay, so what do you want to bring up first? Because we had a lot we had to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, and maybe we should. In the next episode, we'll talk more about the actual series, because I'm sure we have both have a lot to say about the actual series.
Oh yeah, great series.
Yeah, good show, good show. But
Yeah.
what did you want to bring up first?
Should we talk about that club I was trying to get into?
Oh yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh club
Yeah.
where you had to like Pokemon.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid. There was a group of kids that I was friends with, and they started like a bit of a Yu-Gi-Oh club. And they're like, cool, I like Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll join that. And then they mentioned that the first rule of Pokemon, the first rule of Yu-Gi-Oh was that you had to like Pokemon. And when I think of Pokemon, I think of the character Ash, and I just really did not like Ash. Like, he was not on my friends list. He was an enemy. I'm like, man, this club's stupid.
What rubbed you the wrong way about Ash?
I don't know. Like, just the way he looks, and bit of a prejudice for me, but like I just did not like the kid at all.
Well, he's kind of like a cocky motherfucker.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was kind of like how, say you work with someone and you just take one look at him, and it's like, yeah, no matter how friendly this guy is or how much we have in common, I do not like him at all, and I will not like him ever.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever have that before?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Ash. I saw the kid, I'm like, that fucker.
So obviously that club didn't work out for you then.
Oh no, I still joined. The group's like, yeah, we didn't say you had to like Ash. You just have to like Pokemon. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'm okay with it.
Oh my gosh. Ash Ketchum. Also, what a stupid name.
Yeah.
But
Like, who names their kid Ash?
yeah, right. So I was thinking like about the Kaiba thing that we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like when we rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh when we lived together, anytime I saw Kaiba, I was like, there is someone tweeting right now that like, oh my god, Kaiba is Trump. And it just made me laugh so hard.
And then we started making characters for the other politicians.
Yeah. But yeah, like Pete Buttigieg is Weevil because he's a bug man.
I thought Weevil ended up being Mark Zuckerberg.
Sure. Well, Mark Zuckerberg's not really a politician, although you could argue, but I digress.
You could argue.
Yeah, you could argue. My favorite thing about Kaiba is that he's about to lose that duel and he just threatens to kill himself.
Yeah. Oh, and wasn't Yugi Hillary Clinton?
Yeah. Well, that was because I was like, well, there's somebody saying that Trump is Kaiba, so Yugi has to be Hillary, you know.
And then Barack Obama was some black guy.
Yeah, just some black guy. First of all, there's not a lot of black characters in it because it's a Japanese show.
Yeah, so there's just white characters then.
Yeah, there's white and like somewhat Asian characters.
Yeah.
But what a Chad move to just like say, if you make me lose this, I'm gonna kill myself.
If you beat me in this race, I'll kill myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the chess club and start doing it. You know? Bring a gun. Just take it out. They're like, check. You like take out the gun. It's like, you take that back.
You take it back, otherwise I'll do it. Put the gun right in his mouth.
Yeah.
I'll fucking do it.
But then we started talking about racist characters in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wasn't Bandit Keith one?
Well, yeah, Bandit Keith he's got to be a racist. Or
he's the only American in the show.
Didn't we talk about what if he was an immigrant and he was like pretending to be all patriotic so that ICE didn't like catch him?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But
he's actually living in Japan this whole time, but he's pretending to be an American immigrant.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And then our friend Kathy, which Travis is actually dating now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's your girlfriend. I mean, first of all, let's talk about that.
Well, talk about what?
Your girlfriend.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, you're going to a wedding with her. You guys are coming to my house, so.
Yeah, we're going to the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah.
But I just, she is crazy. But we both know that. Yeah, you know what
we all know that.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's cool. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I am happy that I introduced you to.
Oh, I'm glad you're happy.
I'm happy. But she said that Karibo was the most racist. Your girlfriend did.
Was Karibo... oh, yeah. What was her reason behind Karibo being the most racist?
She said, just look at him. Like, it wasn't a reason at all. But the more I looked at him, the more I thought, I could see this monster guy yelling at a single mom to hurry up in a line at Popeye.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand her reasoning all that much. She just likes Karibo, I think.
Yeah.
We will have her on the show later. We had her on the premium episode. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. But I don't know. Elaborate on pontificate on the Yu-Gi-Oh thing a little bit.
What about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, just pontificate on it.
Pontificate?
Yeah, anything you thought was funny about that conversation.
How about the pot of greed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his original name.
His original name, it was actually Jew of Greed.
Yep.
But then Yu-Gi-Oh had to change it to pot of greed.
Yeah. It originally was draw 2 shekels. Of course, we have to do the obligatory laughing about how anytime they show pot of greed on the show, they have to explain what it does.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Which allows me to draw 2 cards.
I'm pretty sure that card was banned almost instantly, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you can just easily just get to the cards you want with that card.
Well, the thing about it is, like, Yu-Gi-Oh, it doesn't... Your cards are it's the only resource you have in the game. Other card games, you have to, like, wait a certain turn, or, like, have enough mana or something to play certain cards. Yu-Gi-Oh, that's not the case.
Yeah, you can just put it out there right away.
So, like, having more cards in hand usually means you win. 4 out of 5 times, the person who draws and gets more cards in Yu-Gi-Oh wins.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Especially in the early days. I miss the early days where it wasn't so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I thought the early days was the most ridiculous. Like, remember season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, yeah, but that was when they didn't even use the rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's like, well, I guess this card...
And because of the field advantage, my bugs get 200 more attack points.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's like, well, I guess this is actually a unique circumstance where this card affects your specific monster in this way.
Yeah, holy shit, Yu-Gi-Oh's deck is kind of shit.
It's awful. It's awful. It's the worst one there. So I don't know why they did it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably to more put the focus on the heart of the cards.
Yeah, true.
And it's like, oh, that's the exact card that I needed. Does this unique thing out of 1,000 cards. Like, this is the only one that will work in this situation.
I love how there are all those old fusion cards too, where it's like you fuse 2 monsters and it like gets like 100 more attack.
Yeah, it's like not even worth it.
Yeah, it's like, why would anyone ever play this? Like, even back then.
And like, it would require you to pick up the spell card polymerization too.
Yeah, so you're going -2 in cards for like 100 attack points.
-3.
-3, yeah, -3.
Yeah.
It's almost like they didn't plan on it actually, like people playing the actual game.
Yeah.
I don't think they did, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But it took off, man. It took off.
Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to say that we've got a couple people, it says, watching our stream right now. So.
Oh, cool.
Which is sick.
Say hi, people.
Hello, people. Also, we've gotten a couple more streams on Podbean, which is awesome.
Nice.
Sorry, that was just an aside, but
yeah, people are coming around.
Yeah. I think this has been a good episode too.
Yeah, it's been solid.
One thing I did want to mention is that, like, right now, and the past couple episodes, we're doing live, and we don't have any talking points written down.
Yeah.
We may have ideas.
All straight from our heads.
Yeah, it's all straight from our heads. So, I mean, this is quality content. And then, like, if you watch and you comment, you want us to talk about something, if we think it's like worth talking about, we will do it.
Yeah, just comment something in the comments and we'll touch up on that.
Yeah, say anything. But I did want to say we're at an hour 30.
All right.
So it's your choice if you want to keep going.
Oh, I don't want the episode getting too long now.
Yeah, true. We want to have stuff to talk about. Next week we'll probably talk about the actual show Yu-Gi-Oh! And laugh about that a little more.
I thought this was a pretty productive talk with what we shared. Gotta leave them on a bit of a cliffhanger now.
Hell yeah. So, and next time we'll talk more about Trav's new love interest, or rather, she's kind of more interested in Trav, I think. But, well, I guess, I don't know. I'm just messing around. We'll talk about more of my escapades in high school, college, and more recent escapades, and we'll talk more about the Yu-Gi-Oh! And hopefully something crazy will happen. I think that, Biden's probably going to have a few more gaffes. There'll probably be more to talk about with this Joe Rogan Spotify thing. I don't think that's going anywhere soon. I think that there'll only be more content to cover on that, and they'll probably.
And who knows? Maybe the Ukraine will eventually get invaded here too.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about that? Do you think they're going to get invaded? First of all, and give me a timeline if they are.
Within the next 6 months, I think.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think in the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks.
Yeah. The U.S. says they're going to place sanctions on Russia. I doubt it. We get a lot of natural resources from Russia. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Biden's going to follow through with it. He's trying to dickwag Russia and say, like, hey, leave Ukraine alone, which it's not like Ukraine is a huge ally for us. He wants to dickwag to Russia, But I think in the next 2 weeks, Russia's just going to pull the trigger on it, man. I mean, they don't. First of all, Putin doesn't really care if he puts sanctions on. If Biden puts sanctions on Russia, Putin doesn't really care. I think Putin would go to war with us right now if we were in on it,
Yeah.
He's not going to declare it, but like, he would not back down if the U.S. said, leave Ukraine alone.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And Ukraine, they're just going to get slaughtered. Like,
oh yeah,
they lost. It's the same thing with the Crimea. Like, I remember when that happened, people were saying like, oh, the U.S. is going to do something. We're going to sanction Russia. Never happened. It's the same thing with the Ukraine, and the Ukraine is it's going to fall.
Yeah.
But hopefully next episode we'll have a little more insight on that. I'll do some research and, so will Trav, and we'll have a lot to talk about. But thanks for tuning in if you did, and thanks for listening post-stream if you do that. Thanks for giving us a click. And thank you, Trav. What?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Oh, my gosh. And thank you, Trav, for podcasting with me. It's been a fruitful adventure so far.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks for having me on for the 6th episode in a row.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stop the stream now.
All right, sounds good.
Bye, people.
Bye, people.